It's been a week. How are some of the Patriots rookies fitting in to NFL training camp? I'm Alex Barth, joined by Evan Lazar and Mike Petraglia. This is the Foxboro Report, powered by betonline.ag. Visit clnsmedia.com/win today and use the promo code CLNS50 for 50% cash back. Guys, we got to start with the first round pick, of course, N'Keal Harry. He has been front and center throughout training camp. Where is the ceiling on this guy right now, just for his rookie year?
Well, I think that the biggest thing that we've seen out of N'Keal so far, Patriots have done a ton of red zone work these first couple of days.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of situational football, which is Bill Belichick's MO, so
Right.
No surprise there. I think the biggest thing is that this guy's going to be a matchup problem in the red zone. The back shoulders, the way that he can box guys out on slants and other routes coming over the middle, he's going to be a guy that I think that they're going to feature a lot heavier in the red zone than Arizona State did in his college days, where he put up okay touchdown numbers, but nothing insane. I think here he has a really good chance of putting up some good touchdown numbers based off what we've seen so far. I think the one thing that we haven't seen that I'm really looking forward to is him after the catch, because we really haven't had an opportunity. There hasn't been a competitive 11-on-11, full field 11-on-11. I'm hoping we'll get some of that in the joint practices. We'll obviously see him carry the ball in the preseason games, but that's really where I think he's going to shine even more so than maybe the contested catches in this offense, because McDaniels is going to give him plenty of opportunities, what we call runways, right? Give him a runway and let him run, and that's exactly what Josh McDaniels is going to do. And at 6'3", 225 pounds, he's going to be a tough guy to bring down.
It was rookie availability day with the media here on Sunday, and I was in on the scrum with N'Keal Harry, and one thing that's stuck out to me is the type of work that he puts in that we don't see, and he was really quick to point that out.
It's an emphasis for all the rookies.
And it's a longer day, Evan
Much
and
longer.
Alex, and that's the one adjustment I think he's going to have to make, and I think it's fascinating if he can make that adjustment. If we think we see the physical raw ability out here on the practice field behind us, but once he starts picking up things, and granted he's a rookie and there are things you just simply can't digest in your rookie season, but once he starts to pick up where Tom expects him, the hot reads and stuff like that, and the calls, that's where I'm fascinated to see N'Keal Harry take that next step.
All right, how about Jarrett Stidham now? Danny Etling out of the way. He's seemingly a wide receiver. The backup battle, it's down to Hoyer and Stidham, and he's made some headway. I don't know that he's passed Hoyer yet, but he's definitely given Hoyer some reason to sweat. Yeah,
he's made some good throws. I think the first thing that stands out is he's holding the ball on for a very, very long time. And I asked him about it in the scrum today, and he kind of hinted at the fact that at Auburn, he wasn't really asked to go through a lot of full field progressions. That's a one-read type of offense. This offense, he's going to have to get to his second, third, sometimes his check down and go all the way through a progression. So I think Josh McDaniels is telling him, if you have to hold on to the ball for 7 seconds to get yourself through the progression, do it, because I got to get used to seeing the entire field and seeing what the defense is showing me and then reacting to it. He didn't necessarily have to do that a ton at Auburn. So I think that that's one of the reasons why he's holding on to the ball so much. But the throwing ability, the ability to fit the ball into tight windows and to make some off-platform throws that we've seen him do has been pretty impressive.
His arm strength, I don't think, is going to be necessarily an issue. But as we keep going back to this, what he ran for Gus Malzahn at Auburn, completely different than what he's going to be asked to do here in Foxboro. The Malzahn offense is completely different than what he's going to be expected to perform here in Foxboro. And it's just going to be interesting to me to see how they bring him along, because, I think there's a lot more expected of Stidham than there was of Danny Etling last year.
Yeah, I'll give Hoyer this, though, because it is kind of part of the conversation. When he comes into the game, he's not the most impressive thrower, but when he comes in, it's not too big for him.
The game's under control.
And the offense is under control, and it still runs like the machine that it is. Obviously, it's not as good as Brady. It doesn't have the arm talent that Stidham has, but it still has that same feel of this is an NFL offense. When Stidham comes into the game, it's still swimming a little bit, as you would expect.
All right, well, give me one other name, one other rookie that's popped for you.
Well, one of the undrafted guys, I think, for me, Jacoby Myers, has really kind of cemented himself as kind of the sixth receiver, I would say, right now on the depth chart. I think he has a chance, especially, unfortunately, if somebody gets hurt here down the road, that he might be able to actually make this roster. And he's just a big guy. He's got good hands. He can play inside or outside. He actually got recruited to NC State to play quarterback, which in this offense is a big deal, because it's a very confusing offense for a lot of receivers to learn, and he really can look at the field like a quarterback can, which I think is really big for getting on the same page as Tom Brady. He's made some really good plays out here. I mean, I feel like every single day he makes at least one catch where you're like, oh, that good catch by Jacoby Myers. So I'm looking at him really at the joint practices too to see if he can get going.
With Sony Michel not on the field here on Sunday, Damian Harris out of Alabama, and he mentioned after practice here on Sunday, it's all about getting reps. He knows he's a rookie. He knows he has a lot to learn, and he is not expecting to come in and be the next Sony Michel because he's a different type of back.
Yeah, absolutely. So if there's any rookies you thought we forgot to mention, put them in the comments below or let us know on Twitter at Patriots CLNS. This edition of the Foxboro Report has been powered by betonline.ag. For Mike Petraglia and Devin Lazar, I'm Alex Barth. Thanks for watching.